Hi guys! So, good news, we were given a great opportunity to visit Prague just before Halloween, and we thought that would be a great time to make another ghosty video for you. Right now we are at the Castle District, and this part of it is actually one of my favorite little sort of hidden corners of it. It's called Nový Svět, or the New World, and it used to be this area where a lot of people working at the castle and a lot of poor people would live. Also, some historically important people used to live here, like Tycho Brahe, I think that's how you pronounce it, the Danish astronomer who came here to serve the Emperor Rudolf, who, by the way, invited so many alchemists and, you know, I don't want to say sorcerers, but during Renaissance, Prague was a real hub for all alchemists and astronomers and astrologists and even necromancers, so you definitely feel a lot of that charm here. I've heard that one of the local guides actually said that this area of Nový Svět is one of the last places in Prague that are genuinely haunted, which is because there's so little people being able to find this place that a lot of the ghosts are free to roam around and they are not scared away by tourists. If you're a fan of film, then I have a little bit of a fact nugget for you about this area. One more person who lived here is Jan Schwankmajer, who, if you're familiar with his work, creates these super creepy, weird animations, like where the main characters are like slabs of meat and things like that. If you don't know Jan Schwankmajer and you like being creeped out, you should totally check him out. So now we've moved to Bohořelec, which is just behind me. It's this little square at the end of the Castle District area, and it has a particularly interesting ghost haunting it. When I was researching, this was probably one of my favorites. He's a kind of a dark, caped man with a fiery dog. The story behind this ghost is that the dog is actually the spirit of his wife, who killed him, but he knew she was coming for him, so he hid all of his money and wealth to a place that nobody knows. Nobody knows where he hid all his money, and now he's walking around with this dog. The dog is holding his head in her mouth, and he's kind of trying to make eye contact with people walking around, and he's trying to tell them where the money is, because at the point where someone finds all the money he hid, he's gonna be free and he doesn't have to haunt anymore. So if you're in any way familiar with the Slavic mythology, you might know what a Vodjano is. There are many of these in Prague, in all the rivers and lakes we have here, but only two of them don't actually live underwater, and one of them lives here somewhere around the Prague castle. And actually he's a good spirit and he takes care of all the water around, including this beautiful fountain. So we are just under the St. Vitus Cathedral right now, and I am freezing my buttocks off, but I still want to tell you a story, or a little myth, about the bell that's right up there in the big tower of St. Vitus. It's called Sigmund, and apparently every time it breaks, it means that there's going to be a great tragedy kind of waiting for the Czech nation. Last time it happened, the prophecy actually came true, and we got the 2002 Great Flood. Now, this is the gate to the Golden Street, which is a really nice area here around the castle. And during the day you can buy a ticket and get in, but during the night, unfortunately, it's closed for us mortals. However, I found out that there's supposed to be a house at the end of this street that's not always there. It's called the... oh crap, I forgot what it's called. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you in a bit. I'm gonna look in my notes. It's called The House by the Last Lantern, and this house is supposed to be a portal into a different world. There used to be a bit of a cult around this apparently, and they would be able to travel to this different world that's supposed to look kind of like just like a old-timey version of Prague. I think that's kind of interesting. I think it sounds kind of Harry Pottery to me.
Very Diagon Alley.
Right? I love it. Okay guys, thank you for following us through the Prague Castle and listening to our spooky stories. We are now off to the old town and seeing if we can get some food. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's... whoa, shit. I guess the last thing I want to say is happy Halloween guys, and you know, stay scary.